Okay, welcome to another episode of Cryptid Conversations. I'm Brenna.
I'm Austin.
I'm Ted.
Hunter.
Paul.
And today we're going to talk about Wendigos. So just like with every episode,
Whoa,
I want to...
what?
Wendigos. So just like with every episode, I want to start with our little disclaimer here. We are going to make some jokes and we're going to laugh a little bit, but we do understand that a lot of cryptids do have, especially Wendigos, have a lot of cultural significance to a lot of people, and we're laughing purely at ourselves and what we say, and not looking at my notes,
No.
Mr. Quite
I'm totally laughing
and not the cultural significance behind them. So like I said, today we're going to start off with Wendigos. So there's actually very limited information that I could find last night in my 30 minutes of digging. But, so what I could find is they are a humanoid, which some reports say it's similar to an ape or a human with the head of a deer. Now, what I do know for a fact is that Wendigos have a lot of cultural significance, especially in like Native American cultures. So here we have a quote directly from the wiki that says the Wendigo, also known as the Wendigo, Wendigo, Witigo, I'm sorry if I'm butchering these, Witicow, Wendigo, and several other variants, is a cannibalistic spirit resembling a zombie. In some forms, the Wendigo is the size of a human, while in others it can be up to 15 feet tall. The earliest description of the Wendigo was that of a similar appearance to a corpse, with a skeleton-like thin body with gray skin, sunken eyes, bloody lips, yellow fangs, and a long, slimy tongue. Later myths say that the Wendigo is a lipless ape with giant fangs that devours human flesh. It can turn a person into a Wendigo, which was one of the worst curses of the Algonquian-speaking Native Americans of Canada.
Huh.
So we have a couple more myths here. And it has appeared in a couple entertainment forms. In Lost Tapes, a Wendigo attacks a camper and search parties are sent after them. And it appears in the game more recently, Until Dawn, where Wendigos are the main antagonists, which kill the survivors one by one. If you look those videos up, they're quite terrifying, gave me nightmares.
I would assume there's a Scooby-Doo episode with a Wendigo.
God, I hope so.
Gotta be.
They pull it.
Man, I
those
hope
darn
so.
kids.
Oh.
They pull the
The Wendigo mask. Sorry.
So there is one common myth around the Wendigo, and it's like a common myth style. It all kinds of follows this general road, where it's a group of men are all out hunting or doing something similar, and then a snowstorm hits. They're all starving, but one of them cannot handle his hunger anymore, so he begins to eat all his friends and acquires a taste for human flesh, and then becomes a Wendigo. Some stories say people become Wendigos as a result of cannibalism, others say it's more people who froze to death. So the most terrifying thing out of all the information that I have found, which will also be the final bit of information I have because there is so little out there, if you hear your name being called in the wind, but can find nobody to have called your name, and this is constant, this may be a Wendigo trying to lure you in. This is inevitable. If you do not give in, some myths say you will be driven to insanity.
Wow.
So that's what I've got about these spooky boys.
It's a lose-lose situation is what you're saying?
Yeah,
much,
like if you
yeah.
start, so like, you know how sometimes you'll be in a room alone and you'll hear somebody calling your name and you won't be able to find them? That's just once. But if it happens continually and it keeps going, then you're doomed.
What if I have, like, a gun and I kill the Wendigo?
I'm pretty sure there's spirits, not really like creatures.
So are you saying spirits are immune to bullets?
Well, see,
Yeah?
what is it? Until Dawn. They like actually, if I remember
Yeah, they
correctly,
were like
shoot the
physical
Wendigo.
manifestations.
Yeah,
Wait, is that a
That's a video
or
movie.
video game.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't played Until Dawn, so I wouldn't know.
I watched the guy play through it purposely bad.
I played through it personally and it was really good, but also really scary because how they described and like made the Wendigo was just like 20-foot tall, skin and bones monster. Kind of looked like a
Big Gollum.
big Gollum, basically.
Wow.
So he looks like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Before your haircut.
yeah.
Yeah, before your haircut.
Also white as snow, like not pale white, but like whiter than this wall.
Wow.
I'm
There. See, I'm pink. Nobody's ever accused me of being white.
Is it possible that it's pleasurable to be consumed by the Wendigo?
I
Oh.
think it's like being
I think you should leave.
Wow! Wow!
no, I think you're like being eaten by a cannibalistic.
I was just, the word lure just attracted me, so to speak. I just started to wonder.
It's like
It's a time out.
like what do you call those things? Siren. It's like a siren, you know, where they
Yeah, exactly.
lure, like you like the song, and then you end up crashing on the rocks and
Yeah.
dying. Yeah. I don't know if I would enjoy being eaten by any creature. But
it's just
I've
spirit.
never been eaten
Yeah.
by a Wendigo.
Right.
Now, what about the deer head?
That's just how it be sometimes.
That is how it be sometimes.
Really
So
do
yeah, if
feel
you look
like
at many pictures, these are some spooky boys. These are some spooky, scary boys. They're also using a lot in like common symbolism as like.
Are there sightings like there are of Bigfoot and the skunk ape and stuff like that?
I couldn't find any like direct sightings. I saw some people telling their stories, but nothing like reputable. So here's the most common picture of this. I can't call him anything other than a spooky boy.
He's really very spooky.
He's a spooky boy.
He is a spooky boy.
Yeah.
Now, so
Show
if that
the,
thing,
Until Dawn.
if that thing ate you, would it be a cannibal eating humans? Because it looks, very, especially the head looks very.
Deer.
Yeah, undulate. Yeah,
Are these
deer.
Oh, I don't like the Until Dawn.
The Until Dawn one is very, yeah,
Yeah.
No.
it's very unnerving.
big gum.
No.
But if it tilts it back. Oh yeah, that's nasty.
See, when I think
No.
Wendigo,
Yeah, see, I would
think
not
that.
enjoy being eaten by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that answers your question. I think.
I don't know,
but
it could be pleasurable.
that looks like a Ralph Steadman creation.
and like how they portray it in the game is like a feral animal in a sense, like
Yeah.
on the hunt. Like,
Right.
it knows where people are, and
Oh.
like it can't see, but it's all based off of like,
Oh.
think of like a T-Rex in a sense.
Now,
Okay.
is it making another Wendigo in it, like a zombie thing?
No, in
Wait,
the
I need
game they travel in like packs. Like Wendigos are like a thing,
Oh no.
kind of like Bigfoot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're hungry, they need
Yeah.
humans for food.
They survive off of eating humans.
Gotcha.
In some mythologies, Wendigos can turn you into Wendigos via eating you.
Mm-hmm.
Like vampire-esque.
Yeah, like vampire-esque.
Okay, I've always had that question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What? Go ahead.
When you're okay, how come sometimes a vampire turns you into a vampire and sometimes it sucks your blood dry and kills you? How come zombie sometimes eats your brain and sometimes turns you into a zombie? With Wendigos, how come sometimes they eat you or sometimes they turn you into a Wendigo?
With Wendigos, it's just differing myths.
Yeah. And zombies
okay.
is kind of like a differing thing too, because
Yeah.
zombies different on who's portraying them.
Yeah.
Like the Walking Dead
Well,
style of zombies is you get bitten, you're not like you die and then you come back to life. Nobody's actually dead until after you're a zombie and
But
then
if
get
they're
killed.
like they eat you.
It's just
part of it.
it just
If they
depends
eat
on
you,
like
how are
what
you
you're
still
seeing.
there? Yeah. They don't do a good job of finishing this
Now what, go ahead.
meal.
Yeah.
They partially eat you.
What are its weaknesses? Can we-
light, if I remember correctly. I think it's
In
just
Until Dawn.
yeah. It was like the morning was pretty much like its greatest fear.
So if you could try to just stay alive
Yep.
through the night.
Yeah.
Until dawn.
That's the name.
Until
Yeah.
Well, let's-
In the like myths, I couldn't really find anything. I think it's kind of implied they come out more at night and when it's cold.
Yeah.
It just depends on which myth you're going off.
Ah,
Because like I
that's
said,
interesting.
sometimes it's people who resorted to cannibalism turn into these things as like an eternal punishment.
Oh well.
I don't know about eternal punishment, but as like
Yeah.
a punishment. And
I
then
like the
sometimes it's people who froze to death become this thing as like a revenge thing.
And these are from way up north, right?
These are Algonquian-speaking Native Americans of Canada.
Okay, so we're Florida natives here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're safe.
Have you traveled to that far north?
I'm not going that far north.
I've been
Okay.
that's for sure.
I've never been any
They-
further north than Ohio, so.
So they're there when it's cold, and they're way up in Canada. So we're talking wintertime, where in the wintertime you see the sun like an hour and a half per day.
That's right.
Well,
That's
I
right.
think-
So like until dawn is like,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
22 hours to go. You know, like,
Yuck.
I don't know. Canadian Wendigos don't really scare me because I feel like they kind of knock on my door and I'd be like, yo, what's up? And be like, yo, I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I'm like parched, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you got, like,
I'm
maybe
so
a kid
sorry
you
to
don't like,
inconvenience
Maple
you.
syrup, eh?
maybe bleed into some maple syrup.
You don't want me to eat you? What you
looking
talking
for
about?
some elk jerky, eh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not that scared of Canadian Wendigos.
See, if a Canadian Wendigo was to eat me, I'd want to be at least taken to like Tim Hortons first, and then
Yeah.
like
Yeah, because
No,
it's
I'd
a
be fine.
pleasurable
maybe
experience.
some poutine, get some poutine in me, and
Yeah.
then sure.
Hey, you
my
gotta be
God.
too young to know what a Winnebago is.
It sounds
No.
like that. It does sound like that.
So it's like an RV camper.
No, I know what a Winnebago is. I'm not
Oh,
not
oh.
that young. We're not that distant.
Okay, I got you. Well,
I'm
Yeah.
4 mentally.
You also spend like 75% of your life in the theater.
Yeah.
So, what I wanted to ask is, you said there were reports of people encountering these, no
Mhm.
video.
Mhm.
How exactly did they not die or go insane?
I can
Did
pull,
they
I
cover
can
that at all?
pull that up real quick.
Well, maybe they did go insane.
Mhm.
And then they told you about Wendigos.
Yeah, I feel like for
Sounds kinda
lack of
crazy to me.
reporting, just because everybody that's
maybe
come to
Wendigos are
them is dead.
talented writers.
That's an accusation there.
They're zombies. They're
Rather who a Wendigo?
they're undead. You're right.
They write
Wendigo
themselves.
2 years in a
They're very
row.
expressive.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, there are other people. Who else writes him or herself into myth?
Is there a Winnipegian Wendigo?
Bill Murray.
Oh yeah. Did you see that?
We've
Yeah.
accused enough people of being cryptids.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true. It was Paul McCartney. What was he?
Yeah,
Paul
we
McCartney.
accused Paul McCartney of being a Spring-Heel Jack.
Yes,
Oh man, that was a good episode.
that was awesome. Yeah.
This guy is too
It's a good
spooky to really
episode.
goof on, you
Just
know?
lost.
Well, and it strikes me that when we do the rate this character, I know what my answer is going to be.
I don't know. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can find. Yeah, there's some stories here that are really, really long. Here we go. Where's the comment section?
I think I know who a Wendigo human being might be.
Who?
So, this is based off of a meme. Christopher Keith Irving, better known by the ring name as Chris Jericho, who is from Winnipeg, Canada, could be a Winnipegian Wendigo.
Wow.
Hmm.
Winnipegian
Do
Wendigo.
you really
There
want to
go.
do that to Chris Jericho? He'll beat you up.
Hey, if he's listening, I like your rock band, it's pretty good. You signed one of my posters when I saw you at a concert and at a ring event.
Yeah, they did a
Hit me up, please.
Slayer cover once.
They did
so
do a Slayer cover.
They're good in my heart.
Okay, I heard a different. This is by somebody by the username SteampunkWolf0310
All right.
on the
alright.
Cryptids wiki.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I've heard a different version of the legend. A group of men are all out hunting or doing something, and then a snowstorm. This is the exact same thing that was in the wiki. Okay, I can't find those stories anymore.
And
What?
So snorm.
Maybe the
my
Wendigos
God.
took the stories down.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So I couldn't
And maybe
accuse them.
they
So I
also
couldn't call them out.
they scour the web and they take down videos of themselves.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they own the copyright to themselves.
There you go, yeah.
They're
Or it could be like there's somebody with, more nimble fingers than a Wendigo who
it's being held hostage.
hostage, okay. I was just thinking like who is their protector,
Oh.
if they're
Their
human.
leader.
I don't know why you'd
They're
want to
human.
protect them, but
Well,
Okay.
So what
people
do
have
you think
strange
the
attachments.
Canadians are hiding that make them, like, they want you to stay away from this area where the Wendigos are found?
Huh. Maybe
Well,
they're
it's not
trying to
just
keep
Canada,
all the
It's
rude,
New
violent Americans away.
Uh-huh.
They just spread this rumor to get rid of us, or
Right.
unleash this hell beast. I don't know, one or the other. Rumor and hell
Okay,
beast.
so I found this thing on a thing called Graveyard Shift, powered by Ranker. And it's
Fair shift, I love it.
here's your best bet for surviving an encounter with the dreaded Wendigo.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm here.
So I'm just gonna read the top sections here. Wendigos are former cannibals, and you could become one by eating human flesh.
Oh.
Survival is possible, but it'll probably drive you insane.
Oh, yeah.
Wendigos are insatiable and will tear you apart.
Oh.
Oh, burn the Wendigo alive to survive. Okay.
Just
here's
make
something.
sure, footnote, make sure that it is indeed a Wendigo.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
burn it as
yeah,
anybody.
please don't burn
Burn me,
people. According to some legends, fire might just be your best weapon when it comes to battling a Wendigo. Unfortunately, you can't simply wave a torch near the Wendigo's face and call it good. Instead, it's necessary to somehow set their entire body on fire. Of course, getting that close to a Wendigo is so dangerous that most people won't even be able to test this theory before being devoured.
Oh.
It does make sense, though, that a creature with an ice heart would be so vulnerable to fire. And then the next one is always go after the Wendigo's frozen heart. The primary weakness of a Wendigo is its frozen heart. There are many legends that talk about this, though the most common one states that destroying its ice-cold heart will release, but also kill the human trapped within the beast. To pull this off, you'll need to get close enough to the Wendigo to stab it with a silver stake. It is also possible that a silver bullet will do the trick, and some even believe that fire can melt the frozen heart.
Gun!
Vampire.
I can't say that in a
Silver
school,
bullet.
but
Silver bullet is werewolf.
So,
why is it?
so if it has an icy heart, what it really needs is a hug.
I am not gonna hug a
Right.
Wendigo. I was
No,
just
I was
picture.
No, I was
This
just
part of
relevant
this
on this
thing
one.
is
He
just
needs some love and
misunderstood.
attention, some
Right.
understanding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the part where you said frozen heart and like killing the human inside?
Yeah.
So that's saying that like there's a way to.
Misery.
Well, no. Is there like a way to get the human like you know how werewolf turns into a werewolf?
This
Full
says
moon.
that if you put the stake through its heart, it'll release the human trapped inside, but also immediately kill them.
Is there a way to just release a human trapped inside?
Well, what about the
I mean, they're
warming
a full
up the
cannibal.
heart?
Do you really
What
want
if
that?
instead of
The Wendigos.
burning the Wendigo, you just warm it up and melt that heart?
It didn't say if that does
Like, take-
anything.
Or
Like,
reload pottery.
Handcuff the
Melt heart.
Wendigo, take him to
Yeah.
Florida,
There you go, yeah.
and then he's like,
He'd melt, just, yeah.
he's just a
Like
chill.
Like the abominable
This
snowman.
one.
If you're
friend.
able to destroy the Wendigo's heart, you must complete a ritual.
Oh.
Against all odds, you've managed to stab a Wendigo's heart with a silver stake or blade. The creature appears to be dead, so you're all set, right? If the legends are true, you must go one step further to ensure that the Wendigo won't come after you again.
Oh.
First, you have to take the shattered Wendigo heart and lock it inside a silver box.
Okay.
Next, bury this box in a graveyard that's attached to a church. Before you head to the graveyard, use an axe with silver plating to chop off all the Wendigo's limbs and head. Finally, salt the body, burn it until it's ash, and then let the wind scatter the remains.
Oh my god, salt and burn. It's a little overkill. Like,
It's a little
literally.
overkill.
And who has all this money for these silver things?
I don't know. I don't have
Especially
this much
like,
silver.
okay,
It
if
doesn't
you have a
say pure
silver
silver,
steak,
though.
like, first of all, who has a silver steak? Like, okay, lying around, right?
Uh-huh.
But then, you get a silver box, and you're gonna bury that silver box? That silver box is probably worth a few
Hey,
$100.
you know what?
Like, minimum.
Any vampire hunter
Yeah.
worth his
Salt?
worth his salt,
Well,
you know, it's already ready.
yeah, but a vampire, this is a different animal.
But you need the same things.
Wait, to kill a vampire, you need a silver box?
I mean, I assume they'd have a silver box so that
That's, I don't know. You guys think
if
that's
you were a
assumption?
vampire hunter, would you not keep your silver stake in a silver box?
Right,
I
I'd
plead
keep
the
it in a
fifth.
wooden box.
Why?
It looks cool.
I just keep it in the garage with the other tools.
Then any cheap vampire could come in and just steal it. No, that's anti-vampire theft. So any vampire hunter worth his grain.
Well, see,
You
what
know.
if I'm a vampire hunter and I'm out at
You're
night?
genderizing.
When
this.
else are
All
they gonna
vampire
steal?
hunters are men?
Worth his, her, or their grain.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Alright.
So, if I was to let's say keep it in a shed, right,
Uh-huh.
or keep it in my house,
The Wendigo or the steak?
the steak.
Okay.
And a vampire. I like how we went from Wendigo to vampire. The only time that the vampire would be able to go after it is during the night or whenever it's dark, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm a vampire hunter, am I not out at night with it on my person?
You're right, but don't a lot of vampires like umbrella?
Shut up.
Wait, and how did we go to vampires?
Because you
They're-
need the same stuff.
You know,
Maybe
it's
it's
like
like
our transfer
they
job
wanted
skill, right?
to
So sure, I'm also a
Yeah.
great vampire hunter, but
Hmm.
transfer those skills over, maybe a little extra training, and now I'm a
That's
really
what I'm
great
saying.
Wendigo hunter.
That's what I'm saying. It's like getting BLS and then going and getting your ALS. You know, you have similar skills, you just
Right.
upgrade it.
Those things that I.
Basic life support and advanced life support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, the next thing is look out for people suffering from Wendigo psychosis. This is an interesting page.
From Wendigo psychosis. Yeah, look out for that. Yeah. Yeah.
As if actual Wendigos weren't bad enough, there's actually a psychological condition called Wendigo psychosis. People suffering from this mental health disorder actually believe that the spirit of a Wendigo has possessed them. The primary symptom of
But they're
Wendigo...
not, it didn't actually happen.
No.
Okay.
The primary symptom of Wendigo psychosis is an intense craving for human flesh. This is generally brought on by living in an isolated location without easy access to food.
So there's cannibals.
One of the most notable cases is of Swift Runner, who slaughtered and ate his family in 1878.
Hey.
His name was also Swift Runner.
His name was
Yeah,
Swift
he's
Runner?
really fast.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess he was faster than his family, and that's how he was able to slaughter and eat them. Wow, that's just sad.
A Wendigo can mimic the sound of human voices.
Ooh.
One of the Wendigo's most impressive hunting skills is also arguably its most dangerous. If you were alone in the woods or knew that a terrifying monster was hunting you, it's likely you'd be looking for assistance anywhere and everywhere. You may also find yourself searching for a loved one without knowing that the Wendigo has killed them already. In either case, hearing the voice of someone you know may tempt you to reveal your location. Sadly, the Wendigo can mimic human voices, which means it's impossible to know for sure if what you're hearing is a real person or a tricky Wendigo.
Wow.
Wait, so like, does it have to hear the voice to mimic it, or can it be
Does it just
It
know?
doesn't say. I think it just knows.
So if there's a battle royale between the Wendigo and the metalloid Terminator from Terminator 2,
Oh.
Oh, okay.
so who wins?
the T whatever?
T10,000?
The T10,000.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one
who-
that can morph into.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so who would win?
T10,000, easy.
Nah,
For
Well,
no.
Because if Arnie struggles to take him down, I feel like, you know, I feel like Arnold himself could have taken down a Wendigo. So if Arnold
Really?
is struggling to do that, then
Even the T1000.
yeah.
no, he's saying even the actor.
Oh no, I'm saying
Oh, you're saying it's
specifically
T1000.
T8000, or is it T800? It's the T800 that's
T800
Arnold,
is
and then the
Arnold.
T1000 is the
Yeah,
liquid metal
yeah,
Terminator.
Right, okay.
And I think the T800 could take down
A Wendigo.
a Wendigo.
Well, he is.
So I think T1000 would have no issue.
Okay, and you totally disagree
Yeah,
because.
Wendigo.
Our new rating system can be
Because
killed by a
Can it be killed by Arnold
But wait a
Schwarzenegger?
minute, the thing is not made of, the T1000 is not made of silver. So he can do all the stabbing and
He could though.
chopping.
He has the ability to absorb other metals, as far as I know. So he could.
Oh.
Here's some silver, and like pull that into the system, and he could be. Sure, maybe he's just a little bit percent silver.
See,
That's
and
all.
also he could make himself into a large box and
A
then
big
just hold the
silver box.
Wendigo there
Oh,
until,
yeah.
until daylight, and then
Whoop,
there it
Or-
is.
Oh, very
Okay,
creative,
so he
yeah.
could, like ash up or whatever. He could technically be a box and then increase pressure until it's really warm in there and melt it.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
You're right.
We
Okay.
should be hired to write the
That's
next
just
survey.
unfair.
They could turn the Wendigo into a diamond if he
Yeah.
press, enough pressure.
No, a spooky diamond.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
there you
how
go.
diamond
A haunted diamond.
You're like in a fist fight.
It's a haunted diamond, and then somebody takes that diamond, turns it into an engagement ring,
Uh-huh.
and the curse continues.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie about that?
No, but there should be. There needs to be a movie
I
about
feel like
that.
there's been a movie about something like that with a cursed engagement ring.
Oh, a movie about a curse. There's probably dozens of movies about cursed
Yeah, it's
engagement
called
rings.
Rare.
So.
Yeah, anyways, I just have some even spookier information.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't let the concept of a locked door lull you into a false sense of security, is
Whoa.
how this starts.
Okay.
I don't like this bit of information. Wendigos are extremely intelligent cryptids that also have fantastic manual dexterity.
Mm.
As a result, they have the ability to easily open doors. Even worse, they understand how to unlock doors!
Oh.
Although running into a house may buy you a few seconds, it's not likely to end a Wendigo attack.
Oh, man.
If I remember correctly, they have like opposable.
He's reading it.
Yeah.
Opposable.
Opposable, like hands, yeah.
Thumbs.
Thumbs.
You know,
They have thumbs.
Yes.
Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So
I do have thumbs.
it's
No.
human in every way, and then intelligent, but then better than humans.
Evil.
And evil.
Wow.
And
Not better looking though.
the teeth of a deer, like they're
They just
they're ready to
munch through
eat
the door.
leaves and
Oh, they
grass
chew
and
you to
stuff,
death slowly.
right? So like
Yeah.
yeah,
Ah, what a way to go.
It's
yeah.
like being
Oh.
ate by your grandmother.
Grandma's vampire or whatever. Cannibal. I would
So
hate
we
that.
have one more bit of information,
Oh, there's
and
more,
then
okay.
we have the best way to survive.
Oh, okay.
So they can hunt for several hours without tiring, which is great.
Okay.
Love that.
Terminators.
And then staying perfectly still is the best way to survive.
Oh,
No, really.
Yes.
They have that T-Rex.
like a T-Rex thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Wendigos have amazing hearing, but this may be in part due to the weakness of their eyesight. So, if you were able to remain perfectly still, it's possible to evade them. Of course, there are some who believe that Wendigo's eyesight flaw becomes irrelevant if you make the mistake of looking them in the eyes. If you ever find yourself face to face with one of these monstrous creatures, there are a few important things to remember. Don't make a noise, don't make a move, and whatever you do, don't make eye contact.
Ugh.
I'm already pretty bad at eye contact, so.
Mr. Wendigo.
So basically staying still and closing your eyes. It's almost like just pretending it doesn't exist is
Oh.
the way
Yeah.
There you go.
to make it not exist.
Yeah.
That's like
Sorry,
the,
Mr.
what's
Very
that?
Canadian.
Schrodinger's cat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
If you put a Wendigo in a box,
totally bad. Yeah.
Is it really
Is
there?
it a Wendigo or
And
a
then you
Wendigo style?
close the box until you squeeze the life out of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Is it there or has it turned into a diamond? Yeah.
Right.
Or is it a cat?
Right.
Could be.
It could be.
so unfortunately, it's 2:23, which means Mr. Holloman has to leave soon. So should we shut it down now, or should we
We
keep
should.
talking?
I think we should explain our rating system.
Yeah, we need the
Yeah,
rating.
okay.
Yeah, you're gonna love this.
So the way we rate our cryptids at the end is whether or not we would go on a date with them.
Ah.
And, it can be a platonic date if you,
Prefer.
prefer.
Yeah.
So, do you want to kick it off? The rating?
Why don't you start? No,
Yeah.
let's let Hunter start. Hunters
It's,
are pretty
it's out
funny.
of 10.
Okay, out of 10.
Out of 10, and where would you take it
All right.
if you are?
So, the deer-looking Wendigo. Put that at a 1. Like, I'll acknowledge your presence, but that's about it. Like, I won't look you in the eyes, but
Yeah. good.
I know that you're there. The golem-looking one. Oh, that. No. Golem-looking one. A hardcore 0 because like
Oh,
until dawn, like I can't. That scared the life out of me. Like I couldn't go to sleep after playing that game. And then Chris Jericho 10.
Yeah.
Because I believe that Chris Jericho is a
He's swole,
Winnipegian Wendigo. And he is swole. And he has a band. So, Chris Jericho versus Paul McCartney.
Alright, Mr. Holloman.
So I think if I can adjust the scenario, let's say, for instance, I've been accused, of course, wrongly of a heinous crime, and I've been sentenced to death. And then I'm offered, you can go on a date the night before we assassinate you. Then I would say, yes, please, a 10. I want to go on a date with this creature. And
that's
then-
so sweet that you would make him the last person you get to speak to.
Yeah,
That's
just,
so
I'd
sweet.
rather go in a weird, twisted way than,
That's so kind.
So the-
hands
speak to
So the
Just
creatures,
by
it
captors.
isn't like go on the date and if you survive the date, you're free, we won't execute you. It's go on
You
the
can
date and if
execute
you
either way.
survive, we're gonna hang you in the morning.
Right.
That's
Oh,
so
wow,
sweet.
That's
That's
really dark.
I think
Yeah.
that's a
imagine
really
a
nice
Wendigo
sentiment
pull
that
up
he would
full
let the
suit and
Wendigo be the
tie.
last person that
It'd
he
be,
sees.
well, yeah, and also it is a more interesting way to go.
That's
Right,
so
you know,
kind.
Probably
it's like
much
at
more
the,
painful and
the end
horrible.
of the Legends of the Fall, and Brad Pitt's like, all right, now I'm old and I'm gonna go fight the bear and I'm ready to die. And I'm like, he fights the bear, and then that's it.
I'm
You
thinking.
don't win in that fight.
And then he dies, I don't remember.
Yeah, that's it.
Years
You
ago.
just get
Huh.
ghosts out. You know.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of imagine
Wow.
a Wendigo
He's-
like
he's straight,
full
like-
prom.
Snaps.
So, would you go on a date with them?
I would You know what I'd like to do? I would put a saddle on that thing and I would just ride it around. Because what an adventure that would be.
Yeah.
You know?
It can go for hours.
Right, I know. I'd just be like riding around.
And it's
and,
insanely fast.
we'd occasionally like, find some people and it would eat them and I'd be just along for the ride. And I say, yeah, sign me up for that. Or no. Because
No ratings. No.
no rating. Yeah, or I might not do that. Yeah, I don't like the Wendigo much because it's a cannibal and I don't. No, things that eat people are bad.
On the other hand, I'd have to give this bad boy a solid 10. Because Wendigos are my favorite cryptids, the most interesting, some spooky boys. I don't want to look at him, but I am down for a little Cece's pizza with him.
Wait, but you're having the Cece's pizza, but he's like licking his chops trying to eat you.
You're having the
That's
CC while
fine.
he's having
That's
it.
fine. That's how it ends.
Yeah.
Does he have to be tied to the chair so that you can enjoy
I'm assuming
the
he's
pizza?
showing me some kind of respect.
See, in all these scenarios, I'm thinking like Wendigo in like full prawn suit and everything.
Oh.
Chauffeuring.
Yeah.
Like
Like
he's
he
super-
respects me as a cryptid myself.
Yeah, but it's like super baggy suit because he's just skin and bones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
But I mean, he's making the effort, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, as someone who has pretty good experience dating sickly goblin creatures,
Oh man. Oh, that one. Oh,
You
right
know.
to the heart.
Yeah.
Gollum.
I definitely, try to go on a date, try to make it work. I'm thinking, cause like, I already have my own goblin creature, so I would definitely go on a date. I'm thinking, Texas Roadhouse. I don't really care much for there,
Yeah.
so,
Huh.
I'd say solid 8, 9 maybe.
Solid 8 or 9. Okay.
Yeah. And
Because you're goblin and you love
No, I'm gonna take back what I said. I'm gonna take this one to go to Applebee's because I absolutely hate Applebee's, and
So maybe we could eat some Applebee's servers and stuff.
he can eat some Applebee's and I can leave. But I got to see him and I got to give him the respect of taking him
But
somewhere.
not enough respect to look him in the eyes.
Yeah,
Not enough respect to take him someplace you like.
yeah, not enough respect to take him anywhere of quality. Applebee's, if you're gonna sue me, sue me. I hate you.
Wow.
That's
So,
Wow. What did Applebee's ever do to you? Or maybe we should. Yeah.
Let's cut that. You guys need that sponsor.
Oh, okay. We don't need to talk about that. That's another conversation.